Hey guys, Camelot here, bringing you my second episode of Loadout. I did one way back with a combat medic class. Today I'm bringing an anti-tank mechanic class that is very customizable. It's up to you what you want, but you can use this as a nice reference. So first weapon is your PDW of choice, or in fact, you can use a carbine or a DMR or a shotgun. Personally, I like to use PDWs just because they're only available on this class. So, the PDW I chose is P7. I like its 40 round magazine. It's 900 RPM rate of fire, which really works well. Also has a very low recoil for what it is. It's still going to have a recoil. For optic, I put on the Coyote sight, just my favorite optic. The iron sights are kind of weird. It's like two squares and then a square in the middle that you have to aim with, and in other games and possibly in real life, it's usually they have dots on them for reference, but in this game they just don't. So an optic is, usually good to use. I use green laser sight because it's better than red laser sight. Just because compensator works the best with recoil. I would not recommend suppressor, as like with all PDWs has atrocious damage at range, and you don't wanna make that even worse. And then folding grip is the only option for grip. Secondary, going to have to go with the Deagle. Personally, I like iron sights, but they are not the best. So if you want to use Ghost Ring, Mini, or Delta, go right ahead. I'm using red laser sight, or just laser sight, since it's not called red laser sight. And compensator, just for the recoil. I'm honestly just using compensator for the looks, when in reality probably heavy barrel or muzzle brake would function better. Just my opinion, does not look as good, and I want my Deagle to look good. For my gadget, this part right here is definitely customizable. Personally, I always go with RPG. It does not swivel side to side. It just has a straight downward trajectory. So if you're good, so you can like take out targets at range with it. If you know how to lead it properly, it's very easy to use once you get used to it, and it does not take long to get used to it. It deals heavier damage than the SMA, and is still very effective in taking out air targets. Does 75 damage to transport helicopters, and will destroy scout and attack helicopters. Also stealth and attack jets. Personally, I've never actually taken out a jet with an RPG, but it's been done. Second gadget, you're gonna want repair tool to easily take out a enemy vehicle if you don't have time to reload. It works very well against enemy vehicles. Also, if you want to repair your own team's vehicles, maybe you're a passenger in a tank, maybe you're a driving tank, maybe you're a passenger in a scout helicopter, you're definitely going to want a repair tool. Works slower with scout helicopters than it used to, but Stingers are still powerful. So grenades, I always use RGO impact. It's definitely the best for me. It's, throw it at a wall, it blows up. It's works very well. Knife, obviously up to you. Field upgrades. This is the most customizable part. Yeah, if you want to do what you want to do. Personally, I do anti-tank. I don't need it for the first or second ones, but definitely for first or third ones, but definitely for the second and fourth ones, I need it so I can get extra rockets, because I'm really good with RPGs. The more I have, the more damage I can do, and also decreased damage from explosion. It always will help, especially if you're trying to repair your a friendly tank and someone's shooting RPGs at it, so maybe you won't die instantly, have time to get back in, or whatnot. Now, if you want to be more of a supportive player, you can do mechanic, which you know, you get faster repair, and then you would eventually work your way up to repair unit. Personally, I don't repair friendly vehicles very much. If I do, I'm driving the vehicles, and usually that's not too much of a problem. So I'll guess I'll spawn in here on a test range and try to take out that motionless enemy tank. Things with RPGs, sides on the shots on the side are going to do more damage than shots to the front. However, a shot to the back will do double damage and destroy it a lot quicker. IFVs are tricky. Type of IFV, as you can see here, very quickly taking out, and if the driver were to not notice, he would be gone very quickly. As you can see, if you can tap fire, you can take out targets fairly easy with the MP7. Even easier if you're close enough. And the Deagle is a powerhouse, hitting with the most damage. But unfortunately, the recoil is hard to control. So it's tough to shoot your enemies at a distance. So that's episode 2 of Loadout. I know, it's kind of stale, but still hope it helped you. I hope you can utilize these classes and possibly be successful with them.